make a play for the team, get some momentum, and try to get a win, but we came up short. So.
Talk us through that play. What did you see from Kenny there and that connection?
Yeah, we had a play called, and he seen the coverage, adjusted it, and it worked out. So.
You kind of have a rhythm with Kenny. You guys know each other well from practice.
Yeah, we've been getting reps in that practice, so we've had a little bit of rhythm and a little bit of connection going. So it's made it a little bit easier.
First career touchdown in the NFL. Was it everything that you hoped for?
Like I said, it would have been better if we came out with a dub, but it is what it is. Get back to work and keep going.
After you scored that touchdown, the broadcast panned to Pete Carroll, and he was smiling a little bit there on the sideline. How cool is it to just know you have him in your corner, especially with your first career touchdown?
It's really cool. Pete's a great coach. He's came in here, tried to change things around. He's given me a chance, and I've taken advantage of my opportunities as much as I can.
How would you describe this season for you so far?
Just continuing to work, staying ready, being ready for my chance, being ready for my opportunity. Obviously we had a couple injuries this week, so I've gotten in there and just taking advantage of it.
What are you most proud of when you look at your touchdown? You just mentioned that, staying ready for your opportunity. What are you most proud of?
Yeah, just staying ready all game because you never know what can happen. Somebody can go down, somebody get tired, you never know. Just staying ready.
You never lack any kind of confidence, but getting in the end zone, getting that kind of burn, does it make you feel like, yep, I know I can do this consistently?
Yeah, just like I said, staying ready. In the years past, I've done it, and continue to just make plays at practice, building on the opportunities I've gotten, and keep going.
How has it felt in practice? Does it feel like it's starting to slow down a little bit and you're catching up to the speed of the game?
Yeah, a lot of things have slowed down. Being in the game, doing what I do in preseason games, regular season games, so it's all coming together.
How important was it for you to get that kind of consistency going on the field and get game time reps?
It was good, just being in there this year, with the ups and downs we've had, getting there with the team, being able to build with them, and keep going, try to finish out the rest of the year.
Obviously, you want the win, but what does that game ball behind you mean to you?
It means a lot. It's a lot of work these past 3 years. Obviously, we're going towards the end of this season, but just more work to be done.
You said you just were going to make the most of your opportunities. Seemed like you stayed positive. Was that tough? Like you said, it's been the course of many years before you got an opportunity like this. What was that process like?
Yeah, it's just, it's a lot of behind-the-scenes work. Somebody got to do it, get it done, staying ready for my opportunity, and when it comes, just take advantage of it.
One more touchdown and you'll have more touchdowns in the NFL than you did in college.
Right.
Mentally, when you look back on this season, how proud are you going to be of yourself for pushing yourself the way you are?
It'll be a big deal. Like you said, having more touchdowns in the league than in college is a big deal for me because I put so much work into it. So that'll be something I'll be proud of for myself.
They make it so much easier for me to be able to go out and play freely and make plays. So thank you, Jim. Of course.
You were all over the place out there today and making some plays, just like for your own confidence, for your own game growth. Like, how does that feel right now as you're getting towards the end of the season?
Yeah, I think being able to get out, get some good reps against some good receivers will be great. Will be good for me. Like I said, I'm still learning week in and week out, just trying to keep getting better. So these reps are really good for me.
Is there any one person here outside of the coordinators and coaches that has really helped you along the way to kind of hone your growth, so to speak?
I mean, the whole secondary has been a great help for me. Got a lot of great leaders and veterans in the secondary, and they're all really encouraging. They all share a lot of information. For someone like a rookie like me that really needs to take in and absorb. So, they've been really helpful. So I really appreciate them for that.
Going up against Cortland Sutton, so far today, how was that matchup for you?
It was a good matchup. It's one of those matchups you definitely embrace. Cortland Sutton's been a really good receiver in this league for a while now. So, I was just eager to prove that I could hang in there and make some plays with him. So,
how do you feel like you're developing so far? This season, with obviously limited reps and
just trying to get better week in and week out at practice. Whatever reps I get in the games, trying to make the most of them. And I feel like I'm coming along. I still obviously want to keep learning and keep getting better, but I'm coming along.
Being able to show that you can help this team. Unfortunately, we didn't get the dub this week, but eventually down the road, get the dub.
Just in general, the defense on the field for a long time today. How difficult was it to just be out on the field so long and just not being able to get those third down stops?
It's team sport. You're probably gonna go watch it on film you know, find out the corrections and just get better.
That defense still has energy every game. You guys are playing for so long. What are you fighting for?
We're just fighting for getting better and better every day. You know, just continue to fight, and you know, we still going to every game thinking we're gonna win. So we never gonna lose that.
Tonka, I think it was last week we were in the locker room in practice and we asked Maxx who we should interview, and and they all pointed to you. How does it feel that the veterans on the team kind of acknowledge your rise and then go out and back it up on the field?
I really don't think it was more like they know I already talk too much, so so they just wanted to, you know, play and just make me talk. So I think, but you know, they try to get me to talk as much as possible. Here and there, so it just means a lot.
Man, keep on racking up those sacks. You're gonna have to talk a lot more, you know.
Yeah, I got you.
How tough were some of those weeks where you just weren't, you weren't out there, you weren't getting the action, and it was like you were working hard in practice, but you weren't quite there, and then to get over the hump and get in there, I guess what did that, kind of feeling feel like?
Every day, just approach every day the same. Approach every week like I was going to play, and you just know eventually I'll be playing, and then I'll be able to put the work I've been putting into the game, and I was really trying to stay the same every day.
How many texts did you have on your phone when you got back to the locker room?
Not too many. Nah, just my family really, but that was pretty much it. Yes, sir.
How much does spending time kind of on the sideline help you to be able to engage where you are now?
Maybe say it one more time.
From being on the sideline and watching throughout, the earlier games in the season, just what was it like now to finally get the time in? How did that time help when you were not getting game reps?
It meant a lot. Being able to see things like that you see on film and being able to play quicker, it just meant a lot.
7-game losing streak.
Yeah, tough. I mean, at this point, we just got to keep fighting, finish strong, and get some good momentum going into next year. But we got to keep going and just finish. That's it.
You feel like the locker room is all still together?
Yeah, definitely.
Ashton, what keeps you guys going?
We're playing in the NFL. I mean, we're 1% of the population. I mean, it's a hard job to get. So any opportunity that you get to play this game, you go out there and give your best.
Obviously, it's been a really surprising season in a lot of particular ways, but what do you think is the most surprising thing that's happened so far in terms of how the season has gone for you guys, just in your opinion?
Losing. Nobody expected to come in the season and lose this much.
And how important is it for all of you guys in the locker room to lean on each other as you kind of go through this tough season and try to finish on a positive, somewhat note?
Yeah, it's everything, stick together, keep the connection with these guys. We don't know what's going to happen next season, but, you never know what type of connection, relationship you can build.
Ashton, did you mention this is more of a job now, or are you still able to have some sort of fun? Football at the end of the day, you mentioned it, you're playing in the NFL, it's a dream for so many. It's your first season, not what you expected, but at the end of the day, when does it convert to a job, and when do you actually get to have a bit of fun with the season like this?
I'm still having fun, but it is a job. We all have jobs to do each and every single week, but it doesn't look like that, to the outside. But we're still having fun and doing what we're doing. Obviously, we don't want it to be the way that it is, but there's nothing we can really do at this point, but just keep fighting.
Are you guys able to understand, the first drive is really good, and then it seems like when adjustments are made, the offense doesn't click as well? Are you guys having problems kind of adjusting, or how are you assessing that, I guess?
I would just say execution, honestly. Doesn't really, obviously you want to be in the right plays, right scenarios, but at the end of the day, a lot of times it's less about the play call, more about the execution.
With that being said, when you talk about the offensive, how offenses are kind of going this year, do you believe that the things with the offense in terms of how you rush the ball, do you think it's more of little small things that are not being executed properly, or do you think it's a bigger grand issue at large?
I think it's just, little things, here and there, whether maybe I could have ran a better track or made a better read, or just little things, and, we'll keep watching the film and, see how we can get better.
Speaking of getting better, when you do a self-assessment of what you've done thus far, what is one goal that you have moving forward that you can still get better at?
I would say just continue to find ways to get better in the run game, even pass protection too. Just continuing to take steps forward all around my game.
What have you seen from Kenny Pickett in practice? I mean, Geno left the game with a shoulder injury, so who knows what's going to happen next?
Yeah, I mean, Kenny comes to work every day and does a great job. He slings the ball out there in practice. We've seen him come in and make plays for us and put some points on the board.
Coming out, and then you've got Kenny Pickett there finishing up the game for this 2 series.
Yeah, I think he stepped up. When the opportunity presented himself, I think he did what he always does at practice. Just comes out here and, he's always in there studying the plays, doing good things with the ball. I think he did a good job.
So Jack, today you're the leading receiver on the 7th day of the month. What does that mean to you?
It definitely means a lot. I knew coming into this game my brother was going to be, on my shoulders, being the 7th day, coming up on the 1-year anniversary of his passing. So I definitely knew today was going to be special, getting the start on the 7th day, like you said, just knowing that, I got the greatest guardian angels ever in the Lord and in my brother.
And then what does a performance do like this to keep fueling you forward as you're coming towards the end of your first season?
Yeah, like I say, everybody on this team is focused about the team first. And at the end of the day, we got to come out here and we got to figure out a way to win a few more games, and get some momentum going into next season as a whole unit.
So on a personal level, I missed this part, just getting those reps. How important is that for you to be able to get more reps, get more consistency on the field?
Yeah, I think just coming every day to work, just putting your head down, understanding the game, understanding how things work, just showing the QBs, getting there early with them before regular meetings start, just, building that trust with them and getting that down and getting a lot of good playing experience, I think it's going to be big going in these next few games and into next season.
You guys came out with that first drive. Looked like pretty much everything you want to do on offense. Did it feel like that was kind of what the offense should look like?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I feel like some drives we get going and we have those long, sustaining drives and we go and score, and it happens really smoothly. And other times we get a penalty or, something happens, negative play, and it just knocks us off track.
I guess it's a simple question, but also a hard question. Like, how do you stop that? Like, how do you prevent those little things that derail those drives?
And we all seem to be on the same page, not make simple mistakes or not get any penalties. I mean, it's just simple ball.
Brock, obviously nobody likes injuries, but with Geno coming out and then Kenny Pickett stepping in, how did you see that change in that last couple of drives there?
Happy for Kenny. He came in and did his thing, and we'll see what's happening with Geno. We'll see, hopefully get him back for next week.
Seeing so many rookies take the field today, does that make you optimistic for the future, I guess?
Yeah, no, it was great to see Jack out there doing his thing. Super happy for him. He finally got going a little bit. So, definitely good to see those guys out there getting some work.
I'm sure it was tough to see Geno go down, but for Kenny to come in immediately and almost make an impact, what did that kind of do for you guys? Or what, I guess, positive can you take away from just that flip of the switch?
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm happy for Kenny, him coming in and, just doing his thing. So, happy for him, but, hopefully we get Geno back.
Mentally, how do you block out outside noise right now and just keep doing what you do?
I don't know. I just don't really pay attention to it. Just kind of keep my head down, just keep going in every day, get my work done, and just focus on the next thing.
Your guy Tonka got his first sack. Do you remember your first sack? Like, did you tell him anything after he gets his first?
Yeah, no, I'm proud of him. He's a hell of a young player. He's getting better and better. So, yeah, really excited about him and his development. He's going to help us a lot.
What was that pregame ceremony like for you with your wife and daughter?
Amazing. They're the ones that give me peace and clarity. So having them with me every day is the biggest blessing on the planet.
What does it mean for you to be giving back to the community while also being a leader on this defense?
Everything matters. Every detail matters, and something I truly love, and I always wanted to do it. Since I was young, and give back to others and be in a position where I could help. So definitely love doing it. Helping my community. Las Vegas has been great to me, so it's the least I could do.
How difficult on the defense are some of those long drives, 14-play, 18-play drives? How difficult is that for you guys to just stay on the field and not wear down? And then how can you kind of prevent those from happening?
I got to watch the film. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I got to look at the film and see what we could do better. But yeah, we can't. I mean, you have 16, 20 play drives. You're not going to win the football game. So, got to find ways to get off the field, stop having self-inflicted wounds, and learn from it.
You obviously go out and give all the effort, but how does a season like this wear on you and the guys in the locker room?
It doesn't. You got to just keep playing. You got 17 opportunities. You work all year round to have 17 guaranteed games. So I'm blessed to be here, and I know my teammates feel the same. So no excuses. Just got to keep playing, get better.
With that being said, entering the day as a 2-10 team, how did you feel about the energy on the field from your guys today?
I mean, it was good. I mean, I don't think the energy is our problem. You know what I mean? There's a lot of things that need to be better across the board, and simple as that.